into the death zone. The summit of Everest sits at the cruising altitude of a Boeing 747. At this height, the atmospheric pressure is only 1/3 of that at sea level. This is the death zone, the space above 26,000 feet where the air is so thin that the human body is quite literally dying with every passing second. Here, there is not enough oxygen to sustain life. Your cells begin to starve, and your body begins to consume its own muscle tissue just to keep the heart beating. Climbers describe the sensation as running on a treadmill while breathing through a straw. But the physical toll is even more gruesome than it sounds. Your blood thickens into a sludge-like consistency, increasing the risk of strokes. Your brain can swell with fluid, a condition called HASE, causing vivid hallucinations. Some climbers have been found holding conversations with imaginary companions or even stripping off their clothes in the sub-zero wind, a phenomenon known as paradoxical undressing. This is where the mountain claims its toll. Over 300 people have lost their lives on Everest, but unlike any other place on Earth, most of these bodies remain exactly where they fell. High in the death zone lies the Rainbow Valley, a morbidly named stretch where the bright neon parkas of fallen climbers remain perfectly preserved in the permafrost. The extreme cold and lack of oxygen act as a natural mummification process, halting decay for decades. One of the most famous was Green Boots, a climber whose neon footwear served as a grim distance marker for every person attempting the summit for nearly 20 years. It is a graveyard in the clouds, where the cost of a single mistake is permanent, and where the living must step over the fallen to reach the peak. But despite these horrors, the allure remains. The first men to attempt this summit in the 1920s didn't have high-tech oxygen systems or heated suits. They wore layers of silk, wool, and tweed, with hobnailed boots that offered almost no insulation against the -40-degree winds. Did George Mallory and Andrew Irvine actually reach the top 29 years before the world thought it was possible? When Mallory's frozen body was finally found in 1999, his goggles were tucked in his pocket, suggesting he was descending in the dark. But one specific item was missing, a photo of his wife he had promised to leave at the very top. In episode 3, we revealed the mystery of that missing photo and the legendary duo who finally stood on top of the world.